What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Well, with another market watch today. On today's market watch, we're talking about a bunch of cards, and the first one we'll talk about is Exodia, the forbidden one. But before we begin, guys, I want to say, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. If you could choose any, and I mean any new mechanic for like a new Master Rule 5 that's coming out, what would it be? I would love to know in the comments down below this video, guys. I read your comments every single day throughout the day constantly, and I would love to know what you think if we have a new Master Rule 5s kind of thing coming out. With the show ending and we're getting a new game mechanic with the next show, I think it's just a matter of time before we have that new Master Rule. So I want to know what you guys think. What can it be? Personally, what I would like to see, maybe something before the game starts, we can like add cards in. So I know you have your side deck, extra your main deck, but maybe another deck or like three or four cards, kind of like skill cards, but like you play before and then shape the game. So you play a card says, hey, listen, you draw two less cards throughout your first, second turn, but when you first start, you draw like an extra card, something silly like that. It'd be really cool. Maybe a card that says, hey, when your opponent goes, instead of them going, you just skip their turn. You go, you can't attack, and you draw like less cards. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that would be really interesting, really fun, and really change the way we play the game. That's what every version of the game mechanics are. It constantly changes the way we look at the game, constantly changes the way what cards we play, and constantly makes us challenge ourselves and our opponents as we play against them. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Like I said, hit the like, comment down below, whatever, and subscribe. Let me know, guys. Now, looking at Exodia, it's all over the place. I mean, one of my favorite cards, I mean, when I first started Yu-Gi-Ohs, many moons ago, the idea was always to get Exodia. It was really hard to get. The TV show was popping, it was hot, everyone wanted it, and to be honest with you, the Exodia pieces at one point were $60 for an Ultra Rare Exodia piece at Legend of Blue Eyes. Obviously, the prices have changed throughout the years, and you can see right here, Retro Pack 1 Exodia Forbidden one, there's only one listed for $80, and after that, it's gone. It's not bad, it's an ultra rare, but personally, what I like is the video game promos of the Dark Dual Story versions of Exodia the Forbidden one. With a $69 market price, the actual price point of this card is roughly around $148. And to be honest with you, I think this is the best copy of Exodia. I think it looks really nice. Anything prismatic makes me happy, and I think it's the best version. There's other copies of Exodia you guys can see over here, other rarities and stuff like that, but that's probably my favorite one. Looking at Exodia parts, well, the GX Ultimate Beginner's Pack version of Exodia, the UBP ones, they're pretty insane high in value. I mean, right off the gate, right leg of the Forbidden one is holding a $69 price point, but it's really around $135. And after that one's sold, it's $350 for this version. It's a secret version of the right logo of the Forbidden one. You also have the secret version of the head of Exodia, which has a $35 price point, but it's not that. It's actually $550. In fact, looking at all these price points and adding it all up, Exodia equates to over $1,000 for the set. I mean, look at the left arm of the Forbidden one. Once again, a card which had a $30 price point, but we're seeing it at $135. You got the left leg of the Forbidden one with a $16 price point. It's roughly around $300. Now, obviously, you go online, look at eBay, you might be able to find other places, other cheaper, maybe just some locals that they see it and they go, okay, cool, $10 or whatever. You might get lucky, but as far as going on TCG Play and going online and buying these cards, they're insanely expensive. And this is the highest version of Exodia, by the way, I found. Once again, I even though Exodia Forbidden one, the secret version head's nice for this set, and obviously I think you want to get, if you're a collector and want to get it for your set, I still think the Dark Dual Stories one is the best. By the way, Dark Dual Stories is a phenomenal game. It had characters. One thing I like about Dark Dual Stories, because I'm old fossil, it had characters in there that you didn't know, but different names, by the way. The names were all mishmash because they didn't know how to translate it properly. But the characters in that game for Game Boy Color, I believe it was, later on appeared in the show. We just didn't know who they were at the time. It was just really cool, and a really cool piece of history. If you guys ever played Dark Dual Stories, it's a phenomenal game. Then we have two Dracos, which is probably going to be another deck that I think is going to pass as banless. Unless Konami just specifically starts sniping out two Draco cards, I can see a banless in January that does not have two Dracos on it. I don't know about Masterpiece being on it to 1. I would love to see Masterpiece to 1. But looking at two Dracos, I can easily see these cards passing the ban list. And looking at OTS 5 super rares, like YGOPaisano, which is almost around $5, Disciples, which is around $3 to almost $4. And you can see this card value of YGOPaisano just slowly go up higher as it gets harder to get these cards, being the higher rarity versions, being the Disciples super rares and the YGOPaisano super rares. Obviously, you get the commons for quarter boxes. I think it's going to get a lot more expensive to get YGOPaisano in the future. I think the deck's going to be playable all over the place and consistently up until we get like a new tribute kind of deck that's like really good. I think YGOPaisano fits the bill. By the way, when I mean new tribute deck, I mean like something like a new Monarch deck would be really cool. Maybe Konami makes like a new like a Monarch set or a new Monarch structure deck, because I love Monarchs. I'd love to see him come back again, once again into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But looking at YGOPaisano, they're just a good deck, and the values always are sporadic with YGOPaisano. So if you get YGOPaisano right now max rarity, there's a good chance that some of your cards will get reprinted and go down, but then other cards rise up. It just happens with YGOPaisano. And look at the cards like YGOPaisano and Disciples, which used to be like $2. You can see it happening, these being the next expensive cards for the set. Then we have Ignis Heat out of Fist of the Gadgets, a secret rare, which is holding a $3.50 market price. Once again, there's only 36 price listings. I can easily see this going up in value for YGOPaisano. Because what happens with YGOPaisano is Konami goes, okay, we see that you have Dragon diagram. We see it's really expensive. We're going to reprint that. The value diagram is going to go down, by the way, temporarily. It's done several times and went back up to where it's now, roughly around $10 throughout the price points. And then what YGOPaisano players do is they go, okay, fine, well, that's a new expensive card. And we're seeing it now happen with cards like Card of the Mice, being the new card that when Dual Power Card of Mice came out, it was like $6, if that. Now looking at a card of Mice from Dual Power, it's roughly around $8.50, matching its current market price, and that's the lowest version. If you want that more higher version, it's probably going to be the Legendary Collection Kaiba Secret Rare with $11.70 market price, but the actual price point is roughly around $12. A little over $12 for this. And this is what YGOPaisano do. This is how they are. And I think, once again, if you want a good deck that's going to last you, you got a bunch of options. We have YGOPaisano, we have Pendulum Magicians, and these are, and Burning Abyss. And these are decks that will just last you. You will get your bang for your buck for these decks. Of course, unless we enter into a tier 0 format, then these are great fun side decks to play, or you got to wait till that tier 0 subsides. But even when tier 0 subsides, like Pendulums were just like, okay, I'm still here. Burning Abyss was like, I'm still here. And YGOPaisano are doing the same thing. So even though if we was to get a tier 0 format, if it was to ever come, I still can see these other decks, the 1.5 decks like YGOPaisano's, once again, Burning Abyss, Pendulums, being very good decks to invest in, to grab, to hold, but to decide, because they are good decks. And once again, we can see the value with these decks. We can see other cards that were lower in value just slowly rise up. Excuse me. And if you don't have YGOPaisano's stuff, you might want to consider picking up or trading for it, because it's relatively cheap right now. And one thing, like I said before, I can see it going up higher in the market. We also have cards like Konami 1, which used to be such a huge money card. Then it got reprinted at a higher rarity, ultra rare, in Dual Devastator, where the current price point is about $1.50, roughly around $2 for the Konami 1. And to be honest with you, unless this card gets hit in the ban list, I recommend you grab a play set. And if you're out there and you're going, well, V, you know what? Let's say this get hit by the ban list. Okay, fair enough. What about Monarch Erupts? You can get the super rare version from Primal Origins, it's roughly around $6. The Megaton version, which is almost around $6 as well. But it also comes on common, and that's around $3 for the Monarch Erupts. So if you want to grab your different rarities, depending which, how big your wallet goes, you can go ahead and grab these cards, because these decks will last you past the bans. Because right now, I think the main thing we need to talk about is, what do you have deck-wise? And can it pass the ban list? Because you're sitting there with pure Orcus going, yeah, we'll be fine. No, we're totally fine. Got some bad news for you. And in a month, I have even worse bad news when it's realized the fact that your deck slammed on the ban list. And that's the thing about the ban list, it shakes things up and it changes things. Now, I always like sets and ban lists to coincide with each other as far as changing the meta. Lately, we've been really seeing the ban list do it more than the sets. Sets have had an influence. I mean, Heroes, were doing nothing until Legendary Duels came out. So, it really made them back into the game again. But I want to see more of that happen, more or less with the sets than the ban list. But I like to see them work with each other. But we're seeing more ban lists do it. And next month, we're going to see it happen again. We're about a month away. That's it, guys. We're a month away from the ban list just changing the game again. Changing the way we play, and hopefully the ban list hits hard enough that Orcus, I think we're all tired of Orcus. Orcus is just in everything, and I think we're all tired, and we want to see something different, and I think the ban list will do it. Striker players, thumbs up again. Hopefully you'll survive this ban list. Thunder Dragon players, you better evolve. I think Seafrit's the way to go. But anyone out there with a 1.5 deck, you're just waiting for your moment. If you're out there and you're playing like YGOPaisano, you're playing like Burning Abyss, you're playing Pendulums, you're just waiting for your moment. And next month could be that moment in which you go from 1.5 to tier 1. it can very well be that. Look at Dark Side Dimensions with the movie pack Konami's re-releasing a special edition in which you players will have access to Blue Eyes Alternate White Dragon, a card which only collectors like, casuals like, kind of competitives, not really. I mean, when you play a Blue Eyes deck in any Yu-Gi-Oh environment, you're playing at a tier 2 level. You can play a little bit better. The deck can definitely do some work, but if we're gonna be honest, you're right now you're about tier 2. And the values of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon will go down a little bit, but it'll be temporarily as the set comes and goes, because nobody really cares about the Dark Side Dimensions movie pack. The value's gonna go back up again. So looking at Blue Eyes Alternative, we might see it go down a little bit, but it's temporarily. It's gonna go back up and until Konami reprints this card in another set. Then we have other Blue Eyes cards. So one of them being is Sages with the Eyes of Blue. This card, I didn't even know this card. I had a ton of these. This card's like $4 to $5 for Sages with Eyes of Blue. In fact, if you have the Legendary, the Battles of Legends version or the Legendary Collection Kaiba, you're looking almost there at $5 for this card, with shipping included, for the secret version of Sages with Eyes of Blue. If you don't care about the rarities, you got Shining Victories, there's an Ultra Rare, it's roughly around 4, almost at 5 itself, by the way. So it's getting there. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at this, and I talked about my Market Watch the other day, but Legendary Collection Kaiba is such a good set. I mean, it's good all over the place, and I think we need to come back around and start looking at this set more seriously, because a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going away from sets as we're getting more and more sets, and we're kind of forgetting, and I always like to grab it, hold you guys and go, hold on one second, we still have an opportunity to go ahead and look at these previous sets and see the value they have. So if we look at like Delinquent Duo, a secret rare, which is the highest version of Delinquent Duo, rarity wise, you get a German version right here for like $4. This guy has 28 of them. If you want to Sage your Eyes of Blue, once again, it comes out in this set as well. And if you don't have your draw on Lockbird, you can get it right now for a dirt cheap price. The value will definitely go up higher as it sees the metal play. This is a ton of good cards. This Trading, which is the highest rarity, secret rare, is roughly around $5.50. And it's gonna go high the minute it sees more metal play. Like, that's the thing about this set. I think this set, it has tons of potential all over the place. When you want to be casual with Blue Eyes or tier 2 competitive with Blue Eyes, you still have a lot of cards you can pick up in this set. If you want to get hand traps that are cheap, like Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which is like $2.50, this is your set. If you want to get Dragons of Veen, if you're looking to play any that Sea-Free Dragon or any kind of Pendulum variant, you're gonna want one of these. The highest rarity is, technically speaking, Legendary Collection Kaiba. Now, I personally like super rares from the Astro Pack, but the secret rare is nice as well. Return Dragon Lord, which used to be like a $6 super rare, is in here for $3s. What I'm trying to say is this is a really good set, and I highly recommend if you go to your locals or go into dollar binders, start grabbing these cards, because these cards are going to be the cards that's gonna go up in value. Hands down, no doubt in my mind, this card's insane too, but this is all gonna go up in value. It's all gonna do that. This is the Ultra Rare versus the Thunder Dragons I have for my Thunder Dragon deck, by the way. People like to play Super Rares. I don't know. I don't get that. I like the highest rarity in Ultra Rare. Hopefully this comes with Ultimate Rare, but I ain't gonna lie. That'd be kind of Konami pandering to us Thunder Dragon players. And we haven't won a YCS yet. We have to earn it. I get it. Thunder Dragon players, we need to win a YCS. But yeah, I just think, once again, this is a phenomenal set that's nobody's looking at right now. Nobody's talking about right now. You go to your locals, go to your dollar binder, and grab these cards before they're cleaned out. Then we have Legendary Duelist Magical Hero Boost. I hate the name Magical Hero, but Magical Hero Booster Box. And to be honest with you, I kind of like this. Now, first of all, Legendary Duelist sets have been insane. Can we just all agree on that? Even Sisters of the Rose, probably the weakest one out of all the Legendary Duelist set, is still value-wise good, collectors-wise good, and in that case, even meta-wise, pretty good. Look at the previous one that came out with Bakura. That one was insane. It had heroes, it had expensive heroes. That's all we really needed. And then the other cards that were from the set, the key cards, they still have some kind of decent value. To be honest with you, if the set says Legendary Duelist, it's probably a good set to buy. Now, some Yu-Gi-Oh players will argue, well, V, maybe we should buy Sealed, and I'm personally not a big fan of Sealed. I think Sealed's terrible. I always tell people never to buy Sealed. Legendary Duelist, I could be wrong in that. It could be the only set type that I'm wrong in as far as buying Sealed. I personally like to crack open, sort, put them bad boys in sleeves, maybe double sleeve if it's a really good card, throw it to the side in a binder or a deck box, put it in a well-insulated area where it's not too much cold or hot air, just right. Goldilocks zone of value. But looking at Legendary Duelist Magical Heroes, this could be a really good set moving forward, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see what's in it. I'm excited to see what we can get from it, but I'm more excited to see where's the value. Seriously, keep an eye on this set. It's coming out soon. It comes out next month. January 17th comes out, and this is a really good booster box that you really need to look into right now before everyone catches you looking at it, before everyone goes in and goes, I'm gonna buy it. Don't listen to these pre-orders for $100. Don't be that dummy. Don't listen to that. Wait, there's other websites. You go on eBay, DA Card War. I always recommend you go to your locals and talk to them. If they try to recommend, oh, I'll sell you this box for 100, then you go, yeah, probably not. I mean, the box is not worth 100. I could get it way less anywhere else. But realistically speaking, I would highly recommend you buy these boxes from your locals. It's probably the best way to do it. Just don't let them try to rip you off at this insanely high price point we're seeing right now, TG player. Marine Cess. Can we talk about Marine Cess? I'm not talking about like prismatic Marine Cess, which is going lower in value. I mean, $185 market price. We're seeing it going low in value. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If I built Marine Cess, I'm getting prismatic seahorses. I'm getting ulti swap frogs. Why? Because I like the sheath. I like to have a gold sheath for my sword, and it's beautiful. But if you're not playing Marine Cess, why would you hold a $160 card? It makes 0 sense. Anyway, look at Marine Cess. I personally like them. I like them a lot. I think they have a lot of great potential. And right now, they're just doing what every other deck is doing. That's what tier 1.5. They're just sitting there going, all right, Banner's coming up soon. Strikers to the Dragons, Salamangrates. I mean, all these. I think if this balance bounces the meta out in which older tier 1 decks get knocked down a peg, we're going to see 1.5 decks become the new tier 1 decks. I'm not sure if anyone realizes that or not. And it's not hard to do. There's very few hits you can do. And once again, I'll do a balance prediction video if you want to check it out. Make sure, once again, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. But like, I'm gonna talk about this because if the tier 1 is just knocked down, 1.5 is a real thing. Now, let's just throw it. I talked about Burning Abyss the other day. I talked about how Sea and Graph can become tier 1 easily. Imagine that happens where Sea and Graph go to 2. Well, not 3, don't be crazy. 2. What happens to Burning Abyss right now? I think they become tier 1. I'm gonna agree that they become tier 1. I think anyone's gonna agree with me. They know that deck and what it can do. If they realize what it can do. If the tier 1 gets knocked down, that deck becomes big deck in the house easily. Big deck in house, big deck in room, BDIF, big deck in. I'm trying to remember my Pokemon lingo. It's like BDIF, big deck in format. It's a silly lingo. That's what they use. I think it's hilarious. But and I think if Burning Abyss become good, Marine Cess naturally become good. They just naturally become amazing. Right now they're terrible. Nobody's looking at them. But then we just get a balance. You get a hit to Orcus. You get a hit to Thunder Dragons. That's it. Marine Cess is in. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves, that's all it takes for Marine Cess to become one of the best decks in the game. Think about it. What beats Marine Cess? Anything that can inadvertently target. So Dingirsu, number 1, and Titan. What are they in? Thunder Dragons and Orcus variants. You get rid of Thunder Dragons and Orcus from the meta, this becomes tier. How does this not become tier 1? Is my question. How does it not become an insanely good deck? Not only a deck that can put an unstoppable monster on field, but it can redo it every single turn as leisure, and there's nothing you can do about it. Once again, I think Marine Cess is highly underestimated right now in value-wise. I mean, Blue Tang really at 860. I'm gonna go pick up mines. Cora Anemone being 15. Okay, that's kind of high still. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I guess they need a money card, but I don't know. The rest of the Marine Cess is like $2,000 less. So if you don't have Marine Cess now, you can literally pick up the core for $2,000 less. If you're holding Marine Cess, you have a big question to ask yourself. And you've been asking it nonstop since the deck has not really shown much dominance in the meta. Is the balance going to favor you? It's a very good question. I respect the answer either way. Yes, it favors me, or no, it favors me. But I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are sleeping on Marine Cess. I'm personally not. I'm not going to fall for this. I'm not going to go, Marine Cess is doing nothing. New meta? Who cares? No, I know why this deck's not doing nothing. There's only 2 cards. Titan, Dingirsu. Other decks struggle against Marine Cess, and I think moving forward, decks are going to continue to struggle against this deck. So, you do what you want to do, but I think I'm going to pick this deck up, and I'll let you know in the comment section below if you're going to as well, or you're not going, and why. Ghost Trick is something I always liked. I always loved Ghost Tricks. I have my whole Ghost Trick core in my backpack, like one of my deck bags, and to be honest with you, I love this deck. It's really fun. It's really cool to play with. It's a really silly casual deck. It's probably another top 5 favorite casual decks is Ghost Tricks. Used to be Ghost Trick with Dolces, but realistically Ghost Tricks. They're really fun to play. The Halloween themed Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I wish Konami gave more cards to Ghost Tricks. I wish Konami did more for this deck because they're really fun. And I'd love to know what you guys think if you have it. But if you don't have it and you need to get it, Ghost Trick Lantern's gonna cost you a couple of dollars. Coming in at 2014 Mega Pack version is roughly around $7, higher than its $3 market price, as well as Shadow Spectre's version of Ghost Trick Lantern with a $7 market price. And the current price point, almost say $7. This is really expensive and worth it because, you know, Ghost Tricks. On today's episode of Konami missed something else by printing OTS packs, by printing any new sets. Whitemare, only coming out of Starship Blast as a common. This is with a market price of $10. This is a $7 common. Konami, you miss Swafrog, you miss Whitemare, you got Grand Maju, good, but you're missing so many cards. Can you just please reprint these? Now, Whitemare's more of a casual deck. You play casual zombies, and I would love to see like a casual format, maybe its own casual ban list, but I love playing casual zombies. If anyone ever played it, you basically use like Whitemare, King of Skull Sermon, and you make a big attack monster, you swing. It's a load of fun. But if you don't have this deck, this common is $7. It's insane. Then we have Vanity's Emptiness coming out Legend Collection 5, the Secret Rare with $11.60 market price. The current price point is at least $12. If you want to buy a couple of sales later, it'll be roughly around $13. Page 1 bombs out at $17 for the secret version of Vanity's Emptiness. Now, for anyone out there thinking they're going to need 3, you need 1. In fact, you can RO3 this one, because that's literally what's going to happen. Let's say you get one of these for yourself. You're going to sell one of these, and these come off the bales to 1. Minimum, very conservatively, $35 easily. Then you'll trade one away for other cards. You can RO3 it. I got like all this goop on my mouth. You can RO3 it. I'm using chapstick, and yeah, it's cold out, guys. You can RO3 it, but realistically speaking, you're gonna want to RO9 this. I mean, I have tons of these. I'm continuing to get as many as possible. I think this card's gonna come off the ban. It's inevitable. Don't know when, but it's gonna come off the ban. So when it does, I'm gonna sell everything and keep probably like maybe 2 secret rares. One for my main deck and one for my Guma deck. Then we have Shooting Star Dragon. Now I can be lazy and go look at Ghost Rare, a lot of money. Bah! Look at the Secret Rare. Wow, that's actually kind of low in Secret Rare now. I'm thinking about it. Look at the Ultra Rare. Bah! Back at the money. But realistically, any version of Shooting Star Dragon, including Super Rare. Oh, where's Super Rare? That's a Super Rare. Oh, that was Super Rare being now. Okay, including Super Rare, it's roughly around $4. Super Rare. So Shooting Star Dragon adds least is $4 for the super. That's insane. I have a ton of these lying around. I'm not sure about you guys, or maybe your local has these in a $1 binder, but grab these out and throw them online. You're gonna want to do that because that's a lot of money. I don't know why it's so much. I understand for like the Secret Rare, I understand from the Ghost Rare and all that stuff, but yeah, I don't understand the other version, to be honest with you. Then we have Max C. Now I always talk about Max C. I always bring it back around the Max C. Right around the ban list time, because I always want to warn you guys so you don't have to buy into the hype and spend an insanely amount of money. Max C right now, the 2012 Collector's Tin has a $5 market price. Realistically speaking, you get it for about $3 to $4 for Max C, super rare. And to be honest with you, I don't blame you. It's very cheap. It's insanely cheap. I mean, unless you want to spend $170, $180 for the Ultimate Rare version, the first edition, the Secret Rare version, coming out of Summer Ragnarok with a $22 market price, by the way, you get it unlimited for $20 if you're lucky. If you want a first edition version of Max C, just a first edition version. Let me just go back a bit. You're looking to pay about so far $44. Yeah, okay. So you're looking to pay about $44 for a first edition version of Secret Max C, which I think is insane. The unlimited version, $20. So if you want $20, you can get this version of Max C unlimited. It's not that bad. Realistically, you just want to get the highest rarity, which is going to be Ultimate Rare. Any other version, I mean, they got Ultra Rare for like 10. And after that, you got Super Rares, which are like $4. I would just get the Super Rares. Like, I mean, you get the commons too. They're also around $4. You get the gold, but do you really hate yourself? No, you can get the Super Rares, which is probably the best version of Max C to get. It's cheap, it's not expensive, it has great potential to go up in value. And to be honest with you, the price, huge, crazy price margins on Secret Max C and Ultimate Rare Max Cs and even Ultra Rare Max Cs have not yet hit Super Rare Max Cs. So I recommend you get this one. I think that's the best version. I don't know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. I have about 4 of these, and there's nothing wrong with the Super Rares. They work just the same as the Ultimate Rares. I'll wait till Max C's confirmed, and then maybe I'll spend a lot of money to get Ultimate Rare, personally speaking. But yeah, Super Rares is probably the best way to go. It's the best bang for your buck. You know, it's better than it's equal to value to commons, and it's under the Ultra Rares, which are double the price. Like, I would highly recommend this one. Anyway, Paisanos, it's your boy V. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please, make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.